At the high school level, we've seen great sprinters through the years, and believe it or not, by the time you are a senior, we have a pretty good idea of who will eventually be battling for spots on Team USA. And to be honest with you, if fast sprinters is really all that you want to find, then the state of Florida is perhaps the only one you need to consider. It's the reason why Trayvon Bromell proved himself as the fastest high school boy in the 100-meter dash, and then 1 year later, won the NCAA championship in that same event. That was in 2014, where he went on to the World Junior Championships, but did not win the 100, because the boy who beat him was Kendall Williams, who was also from Florida and a high school senior. And I'm sure you still don't get it yet, because even though he was the World Junior Champion, he was not the fastest high school boy in the 100 that year. That would be Trentavis Friday, who won the World Junior Championship instead in the 200-meter dash. In fact, from then until now, Florida-based high schools have given us Jalen Slade, Isama Senga, and of course, Arian Knighton. All of them ran times that would have been competitive on the world stage while they were still in high school. So when I tell you that the future of American sprinting is basically always coming out of Florida, I am 100% serious, which is why it should come as no surprise that the fastest high school boy in the entire nation, the #1 sprint recruit in the class of 2024, is Christian Miller. And you already know where he's from. The truth is that Christian Miller is a legitimate 5-star recruit whom nobody really saw coming 4 years ago, because at the end of his freshman season, he wasn't at the top of anybody's recruiting boards. And although he shares a lot in common with the great Florida sprinters of the past, he's also starting to look like another one, whose name I shouldn't have to mention. And now he's got one more chance to dominate the junior level, but also to put the NCAA on notice, because the last 2 freshmen to win it all in the 100-meter dash at the NCAAs were both from Florida, just like him. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comments section, because I try to read them all. When I tell you that Christian Miller is the best sprint recruit in his class, I need to make it clear that it's really not up for debate anymore. I run track and field recruits across the entire nation in every event to help determine who is really the best. And for all the people who evaluate talent, it's pretty clear we're all seeing about the same thing. Entering 2024, Christian was the only sprinter in his class to break 10-1 in the 100-meter dash, and he was also technically second in the 200. It's unofficial because he eventually won that event at the New Balance Outdoor National Meet. He even won the USA Junior Meet for athletes under 20 years old in the 100 and the 200. So as far as I'm concerned, the debate is officially over. But the real question is, how did he actually get this fast? Because like I said, as a freshman, he wasn't looking anything like this. All the way back then, the only recorded times you can dig up really weren't that fast yet. At that point in his career, no D1 school would have taken him seriously as a recruit yet. And those performances were still big PRs from what he was doing in middle school. So there was no reason to believe that he would go from that level all the way to what he has become now. Because at the end of his sophomore season, he had already run so fast that he would have been a 5-star recruit on SCArecruiting.com. Granted, it was really only for his performance in the 200-meter dash, because he had broken the 21-second barrier and won the state championship in Florida, where that actually matters. To be honest with you, almost nobody ever gets that fast, that quickly at the high school level. Boys typically do develop a lot across those 4 years, but it normally doesn't even take you from a 2-star recruit even up to a 4-star in 1 year. And by the end of Christian's junior year, he was the fastest boy in the 100-meter dash for his entire class of 2024. The only loss that he really took for that entire season was at the Florida Relays. It was in the 100-meter dash to Isama Senga, who was the Gatorade National Track and Field Athlete of the Year, and he's also the high school national record holder in the 100-meter dash. So I guess you gotta give Christian a pass on that. And then he won the New Balance National Meet in the 200-meter dash to make it clear that if you really want to win anything in the sprints in 2024, you're gonna have to go through him. And all that brings us to the season we are witnessing right now, because Christian committed to the Georgia Bulldogs, who arguably have the best recruiting class in the NCAA for 2024. They even signed recruits numbers 2, 3, and 4 from the SCA top 10, because even though Christian is the best short sprinter, they also got the best long sprinter and the best combo hurdler and jumper. And when the outdoor season finally started, Christian took it upon himself to remind the nation just how fast he actually is. He won the Bob Hayes Invitational, running 20.51 seconds in the 200-meter dash, a time that is so fast that almost nobody else in the nation can even go that fast. And if they do, it's likely not going to happen until their state championship meet. Jordan Ware of Mississippi State is the fastest college freshman in the 200-meter dash right now, and he never ran this fast for his entire high school career. I don't know what the future of Christian Miller's career will look like, but I do know what is supposed to happen. He is the fastest high school boy, not just for his class anymore, but now for the entire nation. A title that he walked into 2024 wearing, along with the target on his back that comes along with it. But the only way to beat him is you'd first have to catch up with them. And the boys in Florida have been doing this for a while now. And since nobody around appears to be able to keep up with him, he might as well set his sights even higher, because winning a state championship, even in Florida, is no longer the goal anymore. It's actually just the expectation, because the NCAA has a whole bunch of fast men, and his career from here on out is all about how well he can keep up with all of them, which is fine, because the clock is already keeping track of how close he is to the front of the race. SCA track and field gear is here. Fast is a lifestyle, and what you wear should reflect that. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop, or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.